On April 8, 2026, Anthropic launched something that quietly broke the AI agent industry. Within 2 hours of the announcement, it had 2 million views on social media. One developer summarized it in 6 words. There goes a whole YC batch. The product is called Claude Managed Agents. And by the end of this video, you're going to understand why thousands of AI startups suddenly woke up wondering if their entire business just became obsolete overnight. I'm going to walk you through the diagram on your screen step by step. Every box, every arrow, every concept. Stay with me. Look at the screen. This is what Claude Managed Agents actually is. Before I explain the architecture, you need to understand the problem it solves. For the past 2 years, every company that wanted to build a real AI agent had to do 2 separate jobs. The first job was the fun one, designing what the agent does, the logic, the personality, the tasks. The second job was the nightmare, building everything that makes the agent actually run. That second job had names like sandboxed execution, state management, credential handling, error recovery, context management, tool orchestration, checkpointing, crash recovery. Most companies spent 3 to 6 months on this part, sometimes more, and it had absolutely nothing to do with the agent itself. It was just the plumbing. 3 to 6 months, just to get to the starting line. Anthropic just deleted that. Now look at the center of the diagram. You see 3 big boxes. These are the 3 components that Anthropic separated: the brain, the hands, the session. This is the core idea. Anthropic calls it decoupling the brain from the hands. It sounds abstract, but it changes everything. Let me explain each one. Look at the first box. The brain. The brain is Claude itself, the actual AI model that does the reasoning. It decides what to do. It chooses which tool to call. It thinks about the next step. The brain is the thinking part. Nothing else. It doesn't run code. It doesn't store files. It doesn't manage credentials. It just thinks. Now look at the second box. The hands. The hands are the disposable Linux containers where stuff actually happens. When Claude wants to run code, it sends the code to the hands. When Claude wants to read a file, it asks the hands. When Claude wants to call an external tool, the hands do it. The key word here is disposable. If a container crashes, gets corrupted, or fails for any reason, the system just spins up a fresh one and keeps going. Your agent doesn't die, it just gets new hands. Now look at the third box, the session. This is the part that should blow your mind. The session is the durable memory that lives outside both the brain and the hands. It's an append-only log of every single thing that happened, every tool call, every result, every decision Claude made, every event, stored permanently. Why does that matter? Because if the brain crashes, a new brain can wake up, read the entire session, and pick up exactly where the old one left off. Like nothing happened. Like the agent is immortal. Follow the arrows on the diagram. The brain talks to the hands through one interface. The brain talks to the session through another. The session never touches the hands directly. Each component is independent. Each one can fail or be replaced without breaking the others. This is what Anthropic means when they say cattle, not pets. You don't nurse a sick container back to health, you just kill it and start a new one. The whole system is designed to be unkillable. Now look at the bottom of the diagram, the numbers. 8 cents per hour, that's the price. 8 cents per session hour to run an agent on Anthropic's infrastructure, plus the normal Claude token costs. An agent running 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, costs about $58 per month in runtime. Less than Netflix. Less than your gym membership. Compare that to what teams used to pay. 3 to 6 months of engineering time, multiple engineers, servers, monitoring, DevOps, easily $100,000 per agent before you even shipped anything. Now it's $58 a month and you ship in days. Look at the statistics. Time to first token dropped 60%. The 95th percentile dropped over 90%. Translation: agents start responding almost instantly compared to before. Look at the bottom right of the diagram. Early adopters. These are real companies already in production with this. Notion, the note-taking app you probably use, they built agents that let users delegate coding, slides, and spreadsheets to Claude without leaving Notion. Dozens of parallel tasks running simultaneously inside the platform. Rakuten, the Japanese e-commerce giant, they deployed specialist agents across 5 departments: product, sales, marketing, finance, HR. Each one went live in under a week. Asana, the project management tool, Their CTO said they shipped advanced features dramatically faster than before, so fast that they're now building AI teammates, bots that pick up assigned tasks inside Asana projects automatically. Sentry, the bug tracker. They built an agent that goes from a flagged bug to an opened pull request, fully autonomous. A bug is detected, the agent reads it, writes the fix, opens the pull request. No human in the loop until the review. These are not demos, these are not promises. These are running in production right now, serving real users. Now look at the orange box on the left. The security model. This is the part most people are missing. In the old design, when Claude generated code and ran it inside a container, that container also held the credentials. The API tokens, the passwords, the secrets. So a single prompt injection attack could trick Claude into reading its own environment, stealing the credentials, and using them to do whatever it wanted. Anthropic fixed this with a vault and a proxy. Now the credentials never enter the sandbox. Ever. When Claude needs to call a tool, the request goes through a proxy. The proxy fetches the credentials from a secure vault outside the sandbox, makes the call, and returns just the result. Claude never sees the token. Even if someone hijacks Claude through a prompt injection, there are no credentials to steal. This is huge. It's the difference between giving an intern a key to your house versus letting them ring the doorbell and tell you what they need. Now look at the bottom left. The big picture. Step back from the diagram and think about what just happened. For years, building an AI agent meant being half AI engineer and half DevOps engineer. The DevOps part took longer than the AI part. Most projects died in that DevOps swamp before the agent ever shipped. Anthropic just deleted the DevOps half of the job. Now any company with one developer and a Claude API key can ship a production agent in a week. Not a prototype, a real one. Running 24 hours a day, connected to real tools, recovering from crashes, storing memory, doing actual work for real users. Think about what this unlocks. Solo developers who used to need a co-founder for the infrastructure side can now ship alone. Small teams that used to need 6 months of preparation can now ship in 2 weeks. Companies that gave up on AI agents because the engineering cost was too high are coming back. Now think about what this kills. Every startup whose entire business was building agent infrastructure for other companies. Every YC startup that pitched, "We make it easier to deploy agents." Every consultant who charged $50,000 to set up agent observability. All of them just got a competitor with infinite money, infinite scale, and infinite credibility. That's why one developer said there goes a whole YC batch. Because it's true. Look at the warning box at the bottom of the diagram. The trade-off. This is not perfect. 3 honest concerns nobody wants to talk about. First, lock-in. Once your agents run on Anthropic's infrastructure, with Anthropic's tools, with Anthropic's session format, with Anthropic's sandbox, switching to another provider is extremely painful. Anthropic is offering a beautiful service, but the long-term cost might be your independence. Second, it's beta. The service launched yesterday in our calendar. Production reliability over months hasn't been proven yet. Notion and Rakuten are big names, but the wider battle test takes time. Third, the 8 cents per hour adds up if you run thousands of agents 24 hours a day. For some use cases, this is cheap. For others, it scales into real money fast. But despite these concerns, the developer reaction tells you everything you need to know. 5 million views on the announcement tweet. 39,000 likes. Articles in every tech publication. SERP's full of news, but barely any independent tutorials yet, because everybody is still processing what just happened. The infrastructure gap was real. Anthropic just filled it. We are watching the moment AI agents stop being a luxury for big companies and start being something any developer can ship. And the company that just made it possible is going to dominate the next phase of the AI race. The next time someone asks you what changed in AI in April 2026, show them this diagram. Show them the brain, the hands, and the session. Show them the 8 cents per hour. Show them Notion, Rakuten, Asana, and Sentry already in production. Show them the moment building production AI agents went from 6 months of engineering to 6 days of building. This is what a category being eaten looks like. If this hit you, drop a like and share with someone building AI agents right now. They need to see this tonight. Subscribe so you don't miss what comes next, because the next 90 days are going to reshape this entire industry.